prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
This is DizzieMac here without the First Lady. We had a previous engagement. First Lady, we're going to hold it down for you, but we got my boy from way, way back, Spitface in the house. And, you know.
Thank you for being. Hey, man, I just love your brother out here. I'm glad that you got all these food and these pretty women in the house with us tonight. I love it.
Man, you know, we love having you, Spitface. So, you know, mingle with the ladies. They got a couple of new ones over there, so acquaint yourself with them. But also on the panel today, we got my partner from H-Town. Get out. The Headbanger. What's going on, Headbanger?
What's going on, guys? Great to be back. It's been a while since I saw y'all.
Hey, man, you know, we haven't seen you in Old Grumpy Studios in a minute, but hey, you know your way back, so hey.
Yes, sir.
And check out the Shimmy Shake Girls, and we got...
Hey, ladies.
We got my boy from L.A., not Los Angeles, Louisiana, Quinton, the Q man. What's going on, Q?
Yep, that's me in the house.
Man, hey, glad to have you. We're going to make up the panel today. And before we even do anything else, Spitface, we're going to go over to you for what you saying.
But, man, we can't forget Doug Palmer, the big Doug. In the house. You know, hey, you know, I put it like this. I was listening to him last week. I really lost me some money at the racetrack.
Hey, you know, not bad, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. But, well, what you say each week, we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world, not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Time keeps on slipping into the future. So time keeps on slipping into the future. So I'm going to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. Seal ain't got a damn thing on me. The little birdie known as Ray Rice wishes he could fly far away from being the poster child of domestic violence and reclaim his NFL career. Now, Ray Rice, on several sports shows, giving interviews, and the brother was on his, I ain't gonna say he was on his knees, but it was some begging. That boy was begging for a second chance. Now I can just the man realizes what he did, you know. I mean, you know, and in more ways, you know, than we could imagine, because he living with his, you know, he done married the lady, all the stuff. I mean, they've been up his booty hole, you know, hey, but you did the damn thing, but maybe he done got a little enough punishment. Now, even if a team looks past what happened, why would someone bring on an aging running back that was already losing steam when there are younger, cheaper, you know, the NFL about that money options with a little more upside available? Should Ray just give it up and start working on his movie career? Should Ray simply look at running as a Republican for president? Jim Brown, John Riggins, Larry Zonka, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Well, what I'm going to sit up here and say about Ray Rice is, give the brother a chance. Y'all hear me today? Give the brother, the man got a wife and a baby. Don't leave him starving out in the cold. Give the brother a chance. He did the thing. He said, that boy was on his knees faster than Jonathan Butler back in the old days and the Whispers combined. Now, you know they some beggars. They was long-time beggars. look into your heart. Come on, NFL, give him a 1-year contract. Let the boy hungry. He need, let him get that last shot. Come on. So that's my personal plea. And Brother Ken run and catch pretty good now. You know that, and you ready to hit somebody out the hole. But we gonna ask Big Doug. Big Doug, what you saying?
Well, like I said last week, I think he'll be able to come back. Once a few injuries start piling up. I was watching the Seahawks last night, and they were losing a couple of guys left and right. So I think eventually somebody's going to get desperate enough that they need a running back. And after a year off, I think he will have his body back in shape, and he's probably got another couple of good years left in him. And I think somebody will take a chance. It might take 3 or 4 games of the regular season, but I think he'll get a chance before the end of the season to get back in it and have to go through the big show as far as watching that video a lot more when he does. But I think it's going to happen.
Okay, I hear you. The old horseman himself say that it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna put him on the spot. What is the team? I'm gonna put him on the spot. That's right. I'm gonna do it to you, Doug. What team right now would you say really want to pick up Ray Rice?
Oh my goodness. The Jets. They just lost. I think the Jets will pick up anybody at some point to be able to hopefully have a chance of winning a little bit.
All right, Big Doug. I'm gonna move on here. Now we got listeners. We got a new man, holding up the South is in the, I don't know if it's the dirty South. I don't know if it's the clean, but somebody fixing some biscuits and gravy up in this bad boy. And we got a new panelist on this, man. We got we got Quinton, the Q-man himself, out of Louisiana, holding it down for a whole state. That's how bad this boy. He's holding it down for a whole state, Louisiana. You know that boy no need. Quinton, welcome to the show. And what's the deal with Ray Rice? What you saying?
What's going on? Ray Rice. Yeah, that's me, the Q man, holding it down. Got the state on my shoulders. Kind of hot down here. Let me tell you that. It's kind of hot. And Ray Rice, I'm thinking, me personally, with the little information I'm gathering on my end, I think there's a possibility. Don't know how strong it may be, but it's a very, very good possibility. I think Cleveland Browns might pick up old Ray Rice. Give him another shot. Maybe not a 2-3 year deal. Maybe like you were saying earlier, that 1 year deal. Just something to put some food on the table. It's hard times running this time of the year.
Say that the brother has some grits and bacon.
And a little bit of gravy to go on the meat.
But I'm gonna tell you something. That boy, I ain't seen a brother beg that much since the Whispers and Jonathan Butler.
Oh man, he's like the copycat.
I mean, so if he don't get back in the NFL, I think he got a career. All right, man. Well, we gonna move on because we got my man out of H-Town. We got to, I'm gonna tell you, we got to get this man back on the network because the man, he got his perspective, and then we ain't had no heavy metal since he been out partying. We got to reel him back in, get him some girls. He ain't got no semi-fat girls, so we got to get him some girls, lure him back. But we got the headbanger. So Ray Rice, go ahead and start working on that movie career. What you say?
I think he's got a little football left in him, and from what I understand last night, Cleveland's taking a real hard look. And I got to agree with the gentleman earlier. The Jets are a viable option, and Houston needs a running back. But from my understanding, Bob McNair is not going to let him come down here. His woman beaters are on the top of his no-no list. And it's a shame because we could use him. But Ray committed a bigger sin. His last year from the year before, he dropped off more than a yard per rush, and that's the biggest sin in the NFL is any run beat. So that's another reason teams didn't exactly line up to take.
You know, I like how the headbanger made that quick. And now, look, brother, here's the real thing.
Well, the beatings can be forgiven. The loss of
headbang, we tried to get the brothers some bacon. All right, y'all. Okay, but you know, we got the man with the semi-fake girls, the naked man himself. DizzieMac, what you saying?
Man, I'm telling you. Now, you know my man is begging because when your ribs touch, you hungry. You hungry. When your ribs are touching, you hungry. So, yeah, Ray Rice deserves another chance. He is going to be begging like he's sweating. He's going to be begging on his knees. Both of them. Leading candidates to me, I'm going to give you one that you haven't even probably thought of. You know, I know y'all dealing with the semi-shake girls over there, but the Arizona Cardinals. I know you talked to Chris Johnson and his gold teeth, but they may be entering into that market. You know, hey, Cleveland, I mean, hey, you know, that's true. The Jets, yeah, I know that's true, but hey, the Cardinals are a winner. They are on the cusp out there in the desert, and that will give him a chance to get far away from that East Coast.
All right, y'all heard that part of what you're saying. DizzieMac, over to you.
Yes. Don't go and come back. I've been here for years, rocking my pigs, putting suckers in fish. Making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Soldier, overpowered. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wreck your stop when I drop big lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that'll all get you sliced and diced. Competition paying up price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Fellas, we are not talking about Foreman versus Frazier, Audi versus Liston, or Buster Hagler. Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns. We're talking about the knockout punch on IK. Incampanelli landed on Gino. He wears a Mobius suit, electric boots, Smith, over a $600 airline ticket that left Gino with a broken jaw. And the Jets were out there starting. Damn, IK. Might need to call Floyd Mayweather and see if he can be on the undercard for the next fight. Because IK said knock him out. Rex Ryan swooped IK off the waiver wire before anyone could think and anywhere can blink. This is a good move for the Bills. What's up with Gino? He couldn't pay the man? Jet fans are actually happy. What does that say about the situation in New York? How come no one tried to calm things down? Michael Moore, Virgil Hill, Michael Spinks, and Tommy Morrison, R.I.P. I asked him, what you saying? Well, see, I'm just going to take it all the way to the lowest level on the street, y'all. You owe the man. You said you were coming. He put up the money, and just like with anybody on the street, it's all on site. When I saw you the next time, it may be an ass whooping that may ensue. And IK said, I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm just going to break your jaw. That you know that I'm serious about my money. I don't make as much as you do, but my money is my money. You told the man you were going to come. You thought it was cool to stand him up. But see, everybody don't play that, Gino. You need to know that. Gino, you from Florida. You know that. The Florida boys stand up. And they don't have no glass jaw either. So, IK just said, hey, we going to handle this once and for all. You probably said something slick. We don't know. Probably like, man, get out of here. Hey, he didn't get out of there till he broke your jaw. Now, understand and trust and believe. That's Rex Ryan kind of guy right there. Hey, somebody that's going to come up there and bust and terrorize you 2 times a year. You're going to be seeing IK 2 times a year, Gino. I don't care if you are on the sideline sipping out a straw. You're going to see him. He's going to see you. He's going to be looking at you like, just wait till you get back out here on the field so I can put some more pain on that ass trying to get my money. Gino better have my money. Well, hey, headbanger, man, what's up with
Man, hey, man, he did that to you a favor. You got to sit Cheryl back there, man. You're at least gonna get 235 passing yards, a touchdown, and probably one pick. He ain't gonna beat Tom Brady in a duel, but he'll get you 10 wins if you've got a good defense behind him. In my opinion, this is addition by subtraction. Gino acted like a punk, and he got treated like a punk. He got what he had coming.
Well, Big Doug, I know you know the horses, but hey. What's the inside scoop and what you saying on New York? What's going on, man? I know you enjoying the Shimmy girls over there, man.
Yeah, they're nice, that's for sure. But I think Gino learned his best lesson of sticking your big finger in somebody's face that you're going to get knocked off. So I think Gino learned a huge lesson. You pay your bills and you don't stick a finger in a man's face, that man's going to knock your jaw off. I think this Patrick will do a good job. He actually did beat Tom Brady in a duel once in Buffalo. That's how he got his big contract in Buffalo. He came out and beat him the first time he ever played him. Never beat him again. But I think Fitzpatrick will be an upgrade, actually. I think the Jets fans are actually happy, and I think Gino learned a huge lesson. And when he comes back, I hope he's learned that lesson and settles down and maybe becomes a good quarterback. But I think at the moment, the Jets are happy. Rex is happy. He didn't bring in IK to play a whole lot. He only played 35, 38 plays with the Jets last year, so he's not a big factor on the field yet. So, but I think Rex just did it despite the Jets. So he's still got his lingering little pain there as well, getting knocked out of New York and got moved up to Buffalo. So I think it's all coming out that way. That Gino's learned a lesson, IK's learned a lesson, and everybody's learning a lesson. And well, I think the Jets will come out a little bit better. Fitzpatrick didn't play a whole lot last night to see if he's got anything left, but we'll see as we go on.
We'll see. Big Doug putting it down. Man, we got my man, the Q. The Q? Man, Q, I mean, you know how it is down south, man. Swift justice. What you think?
I like how you put that. That's real nice. That's one of the definitions of, I don't need to take it to the street. We can do it right here. So, Gino got what was coming to him, in my opinion. No offense to other quarterbacks around the league, but when your completion percentage is a little bit below 60 or in the 50% range, you're not going to connect very much. So, you shouldn't even try to throw a punch. You should just went ahead and lay it down, took it like a man. This is not my team. This is not where I need to be. But he tried to do something that he was unable to do. And old IK gave him what he needed to get. So, in my opinion, just like the rest of you guys say, the Jets fans got real good moves, should I say, made without the front office.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, like I said.
Now, I also want to add, when he suit up, just want to let everybody know, when he suit up, he's not going on the field. He's only there for show.
A show pony. A show pony.
So he's going to be out for a while, quite some time.
Sucking on that straw. But, Spitface, man, I know you over there drinking your mimosas, looking at the Shimmy Shake girls while the First Lady not here. What you saying about Gino and the Jets?
As they said, he got a mohair suit with electric boots, but he needed to have one of them hockey bags. So, but man, the one thing that stood out to me, because look, now I didn't play organized sports, and but I know folks who did. And when you in that locker room, y'all get mad at each other. But there's some folks, they ain't gonna let stuff get out of hand where y'all gonna really hurt each other unless somebody just, where it's like, man. Yeah. But I feel like even if they go there, they go, wait just a minute. Now, even if you're going crazy, a whole bunch of motherfuckers are gonna try to, excuse my language, they gonna try to grab you and lay you back. So that tells me something that they just let it play out. They just let it play out. So now the first 3 listeners to email us or send a shout out with the 3 different positions: Frank Gifford, played as a Pro Bowler will receive a $25 gift card from our friends at SportsAcademy.com and an additional $25 gift card from our partners at NFLShop.com. Now stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Baked Goods on the first part of Shout Out.
Free Mr. Vine. Gino, you forgot the duck.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. Face, I can't wait to hear the music from Baked Goods.
I thought these boys had some cookies and cakes going by that name. But hey, on Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find a shining star. If we like what we hear, we give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. Now, see, on Bluntly Speaking, I ain't gonna talk about that, but it's a smelly situation on Bluntly Speaking. This morning we have Baked Goods out of New York, with a track from their album, One of Those Things. Let's hear that first track, Sailing Free. DJ, hit it.
Fairly well, but I'm sailing free. Well, through the land of make-believe, I'm traveling all through the stars, over wonder and mystery. Well, so they say, well, storms go, the place I seek, I've always known. And so they say, and so it be, and now I'm sailing free. But let me go out, yeah, let me go out, even though we're gonna fly away. Come on, lift me out, and let me in, but let my just bouncing around inside my head. Fairly well, but I'm sailing free. Well, to the land of make-believe, a shooting star. Well, she told me there she wants some flowers in a long blonde hair. Before my eyes, all the colors dance, and with open arms, I fell in this trance. So my sweet beauty, come and hold me tight. All about sweet rhythm, we're about to take flight. Let me go out. wanna sail with me? That is what you say, I'm alone. You wanna come out and sail with me, baby? I want you to come out and sail with me, darling. I want you to come out and sail with me, baby. I want you to come out, come out,
Oh,
All right, that was Sailing Free. Is the track getting a shout out or the mute button? Let's go on to, let's see, Big Doug, what you saying? Sailing Free.
Well, I hate to do it, but I'm going to use my mute button for the first time on the show. The music was okay, but the vocals, I thought I was in school again, and the teacher was scratching the board because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my God!
Oh.
I'm sorry. I would have changed channels on it, but once you started singing, so that's my opinion. I'm sorry.
You get your vote. We gonna move on the panel. The Q. Was he sailing free, or are you hitting the mute button?
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I already had.
So are you hitting the mute button, or is he sailing free?
I think I'm gonna hit the mute button on that one, man. I don't think it's gonna be too much sailing on that one.
All right, that back-to-back mute button, headbanger. Sailing free or?
Man, baked goods needs a little more time in the oven. Dave Matthews, man. The lead singer feels like an example of Dave Matthews. It's warmed over Dave Matthews. I mean, it's like the worst thing I ever heard, but I'm high and it doesn't sound that good, so what does that tell you? I'm going to go ahead and mute it.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, all right, the mute button. All right, okay. DizzieMac, what you and the Jimmy Shake girl say about sailing free?
Well, you know, the Shimmy Shake girls stopped shimmying and shaking it when they heard that come on. They were like, what? They were like, what the hell is that? Who let that out? We hitting the mute button. Baked goods does not taste good at this point.
Man, all right, baked goods. I don't know what the panel doing this morning. I hate to tell. I think that they didn't. It was no blueberries in their pancakes. Because I'm gonna tell you, you were staying in your lane. You know, you had it. Now you got some work to do. You got some, but I ain't gonna hit the mute button on you. So I'm gonna give you a yo. I'm gonna give you a yo. All right, now on part 2 of shout out, we will have another performance from Baked Goods. Maybe they can redeem themselves with the panel, but is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. This ain't easy. I done seen people get tongue-tied, tied up in knots, took them surgery to get released. The preseason has started, and the team from Washington, D.C., you know, one with the prejudiced racist name, has a lot on the line when it comes to the player known as RG3. We wonder if he will soon be known as R.G. Dunn with the NFL. He might be baked goods. We asked the panel to defend. RG3 had a horrible year, but he will rebound and be the comeback player of the year. Now, let me repeat that. We're going to ask you to defend. RG3 had a horrible year, but he will rebound and be the comeback player of the year. Dougie Fresh, defend.
Oh, I think there's no doubt he's got the ability to come back and become the player he was his first year. You got to remember, this is a Heisman Trophy winner. He was the Offensive Rookie of the Year back in that first year. He threw 20 touchdown passes, only 5 interceptions, and then he had a big knee injury, and he shouldn't have been playing against Seattle that in the playoffs for that game. But Dr. Andrews sent him out there for some reason, saying he could play, and he got injured, so he's had a big injury to overcome. When Gruden came in, he didn't have a whole lot of confidence in him, so if the coach hasn't got confidence in you, you're not going to have confidence. But he's coming in this year as the starter, and Gruden's treating him pretty well right now, so I think he's going to have the confidence. And as long as he changes his game just a little bit, that he stays in the pocket and throws the ball like he can and only runs around to get away from defenders so he can throw the ball more, I think he'll be okay and will be that comeback player of the year.
All right, you heard the defense from Big Doug. But we're going to hear the defense from the Q. The Q defend. RG3 had a horrible year, but he will rebound. Comeback player of the year. Defend.
Comeback player of the year. I mean, you can put up a good fight when you want to look at the guy statistically. I mean, he did a few things that has been, kind of iffy, but in my opinion, in comparison to what his previous years were, I think he can get back to a level of superstar. I mean, he's not out the win. He's not out the door yet. I mean, he still has a few things left up his sleeve. He just has to, in my opinion, become more of a pocket passer, like one of the guys said earlier. The running around in the defensive part of the league, whereas speed is on the line too. Speed on the linebackers area too. It's kind of hard to be a Michael Vick nowadays. So you have to be more of a precision passer. If he can get that part of his game to a level of not so much as Drew Brees or anything like that, but bring it up to maybe like a Brady Quinn, maybe like being accurate with his passes. That would be beneficial, in my opinion, for the Redskins. The comeback player of the year would be a nice label for him if he's able to become a more elusive pocket passer. That's just what I say.
All right, you heard the defense from the Q, but we're going to hear the defense from the headbanger. Defend. RG3 will be the comeback player of the year. Defend.
Defend that he will, huh? Well, I'll do my best. The one thing the kid's got going for him, his mobility's been shot. But he did have a pretty serious knee injury the year before last, and that's usually a 2-year injury. There were talk that he just didn't like to watch a lot of film and put the hard work in. I've heard that he's gotten better at that this season. Gruden is working with him, even though the guy hates his guts. But let's see, if he can get that explosiveness back, it opens up the passing routes for him. So it really comes down to that. If his knee holds up and he's got a little bit of burst, he should have a pretty good year. As far as a comeback player of the year, if everything falls right, he's got a boss running back in his backfield. The O-line's got some question marks, but that's where another thing where his elusiveness comes in. He's just going to have to do it on the fly, and if he doesn't have that burst of speed, hard for him to do it. But I think he comes back big this year.
All right. Hey, great defense from the headbanger, but Perry Mason himself is up next. DizzieMac, defend.
RG3 had a horrible year last year because he was still hurt. That knee, them ACLs, man, they are very difficult to come back from. And when that's your calling card, your movement and lateral ability, it hurts you. But he can rebound. Again, he's shown the ability. He's shown in his first year, 20 and 5, like Big Doug said, 20 and 5. Excellent. He does not turn the ball over. I think with Gruden has put him in that Gruden boot camp, like his brother. He put him in that boot camp, and he has showed him you got to get back and you drop quicker. You got to get set up. You got to understand where your players, where your receivers are going to be. Let the ball go. You got a strong enough arm. Trust the offense. You know, he was dealing with them shenanigans. I mean, them Shanahans in Washington. He didn't trust them. He couldn't trust them. They would put all sort of shenanigans on him. So he will rebound because, again, he's on solid footing with his health. He's got a coach that's going to stick behind him and show him the intricacies of being able to play the position that will enhance his skill set to allow him to be comeback player of the year.
All right, you heard from Perry Mason, a.k.a. DizzieMac on the defense. But you know this is flippant. You don't know where these folks really coming from. They could be selling you a bag of goods, and I don't mean real goods either, the stanky kind. Now, we gonna flip it. We asked the panel to defend. RG3 had a stellar rookie season, but the injuries and work ethic have doomed him. RG3 will be RG benched before the season ends. Big Doug, defend.
Well, I think the man loves to run. I think he's going to run more than he should, and he's going to end up back on that sideline with a big cast on his leg from his previous injuries because he just can't stay in that pocket. He wants to run and run and run, and eventually that's going to lead to somebody catching up with you and nailing you on that sideline. As you saw with him, I think on both injuries, actually nobody was touching him when he hurt himself because his joints just couldn't hold up to the pressure he was putting on himself by running so fast. So I think he just can't change his style. I think he's going to go out there and run around a lot too much, and he's eventually either going to get hit or he's going to change directions too quickly, and that knee's going to go pop again. So I don't think he's going to be the comeback player of the year. I think he's going to get off to a decent start and then hurt himself because he's going to gain more confidence in running, and that's going to be the bad thing because he's going to start running too much and he's going to get hurt.
All right, we heard from Big Doug. Let's see what the headbanger says.
All right, now
bench. RG bench before the season ends.
Yes, probably so. Look, man, I heard he was getting a little bit more in the film room this year, but not a whole lot more. To me, he's just a perfect representation of the overall dysfunction of the Washington Redskins the last 20 years. The guy, from what I understand, he's one of the superstar quarterbacks that's hasn't accomplished anything yet. He's still living off his Heisman. He's got tools up there. He's got a running back. He's got Sean Jackson. He's got all kinds of weapons up there. Like so, the other line is a little questionable, but it was easy when he was up at Baylor and he was throwing to receivers that were 7 to 10 yards open. Now his receivers are a half a yard open, and he doesn't have the accuracy to get to them without his explosiveness. If he gets that back, he's got a small shot, but he ain't winning comeback player of the year any more than I am.
All right. Okay. I put my money on the headbang. I'm putting I got $1 on the headbang, the comeback player of the year. Okay. All right. Well, DizzieMac, defend.
Well, we all know RG3 had a great rookie season. Right. But the injuries took their toll because of the hits he was taking. I mean, he took some major hits, and he's going to take some more. The work ethic, because of them hits, you're going to start doubting yourself, and you're going to be, looking over your shoulder, throwing at shadows. You're going to be, chuck and duck. That's what I call it, chuck and duck. But I think the real thing that's going to have him benched is 2 words. Kirk Cousins. Who's actually better at this offense than RG3. That's what's going to hit him. Kirk Cousins.
Preach, brother, preach.
Did you see how he came in and affected that game? That first preseason game came in and just blew up the spot. So, yeah. That's going to have him benched along with the injuries, self-doubt, and those Superman socks he be wearing.
All right. The Q. Representing the entire state of Louisiana, defend.
On RG3?
He will be RG bench before the season ends. Defend.
That statement, you can take that to the bank on Sunday. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I'm not going to take away from anything the man has, as far as put forth the effort and the time and that's required in order to get to a point to where he's actually noticed in the league for something other than injuries. So, in my opinion, I don't see him coming back per se, but I do see him playing a few preseason games just to show that he's been doing a few things in the off season. And not familiar with the guy's name, I forgot already, but he said it earlier. They're going to play a little bit in the beginning, build their confidence, and once again, right back in the old injury bucket. Right back.
All right, okay.
I don't see it.
All right. You say right back in the injury. Well, I will say this. We had a great defense on both sides from our panel. The First Lady would be proud of us. Now, stay tuned. Up next, we got the funnies. And, of course, our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2.
Mimosas for everybody, ladies. Back rubs.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Welcome back. You are still listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. I'm here with the Q. I'm here with Big Doug. I'm here with the headbanger himself out of H-Town. And, of course, I got DizzieMac and them fine, big-legged, shimmy say girls. DizzieMac, over to you.
All right, spit face, man. We got a funny here today, and believe me, we won't pick our First Lady since she was here. She's not here, so we'll go over to my man Q, one of his neighboring states over here. Alabama woman arrested.
Hey, DizzieMac, which Need to Grow story of it is it this week?
Well, we got the 26th Need to Grow story of 2015. So we accumulating them. We counting them up. We making sure that we stack them up. Hey, we already reaching 30. So we gonna keep going. Alabama woman arrested trying to break into jail 2 weeks after she was released on a probation. A woman is back in the Alabama jail after she was arrested while trying to break into it. Police says Gwen McCann, 42, of Russellville in Franklin County, was held on multiple criminal counts, including possession of burglar tools, possession of a controlled substance, after she was spotted on surveillance video using bolt cutters to try to slice through a fence at the county jail. Sheriff Shannon Oliver said McCann was on a mission to deliver prescription drugs and other contraband to other inmates. When she was arrested, she was carrying 2 gallon-sized bags of tobacco, a cell phone, and a small amount of Suboxone 1 strips. Suboxone 1 is a drug used to help heroin addicts lessen their cravings. Oliver says she's never had anyone try to break into jail before, but it was a natural progression in the cat and mouse game. Correctional officials play with people trying to get contraband into inmates. This is a constant battle every day. They try to throw stuff over the fence, or they'll leave it where maybe if inmates go out to clean, they can pick it up or something of that nature. Corrections records show that McCann was released from the same jail in late July on probation. The charges in that case weren't recorded, but court records show that she was indicted in May on charges of possession of a controlled substance. Wow. Talk about trying to break into jail and getting caught.
She tried to deliver some drugs. She on the run. Like she dropping off some pizza and stuff.
Put it like this. Hey, she doing what Geno Smith should have did, which was honor what whoever she promised that she was going to do. She was trying to do it. And back in there. But God darn it, that must be our favorite underwater spread. He's splashing water on my bearskin rug, getting the shimmy shake girls wet. It must be time for Flip It.
All right, time for Flip It, where hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. The Bears beat the Dolphins. Should we end the season now in preseason while they are still winners? The Bears had a horrific season with a horrific defense. Can they turn things around? Will they repeat as the Munchkins of the Midway? Panel defend. New coach, new GM, new players, same sorry result for the defense. Big Doug, defend.
It's going to be the same. The last two seasons have been the worst defense in Bears history. They are changing to a 3-4 from a 4-3, but they don't have the players to play a 3-4. In that Miami game, the first series where the first teams are out there, Miami drove 105 yards to score a touchdown because they had 2 holding penalties, and the Bears still couldn't slow them down. They're fast as I am, which is pitiful, and they got Jared Allen playing at linebacker position. He's got to go out there and cover receivers or tight ends, and he's never got off the defensive line in his career till now. So, I mean, I'm picking on him almost every play. He can't keep up with the tight end. It's going to be another horrible year. If Cutler still throws a lot of interceptions, it might even be worse. So I don't think there's any way the Bears are going to be very good on defense. They're going to be pitiful again, and it's going to be a bad year in Chicago.
Okay. The Q. Same sorry result for the defense.
Yeah, man, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Okay, the defense, like you were just saying, getting that switch from the I think it's 3-4 to a 4-3, and not having the ability to get off the line as fast as you need to in order to be a wall that you need to have on that defensive line. So, and with the addition of Jay Cutler still being the quarterback, I'm not gonna. No, it's not happening. I congratulate them on getting the victory. Building up their emotion to roll into the season with some good high hopes. But once that season begins, lights out.
All right, okay, we heard from the Q. Headbanger. Same sorry result for the defense. Defend.
Look, man, I'm short and simple. Can anyone really see in your imaginations Jay Cutler standing on a podium the first Sunday of February getting handed a Super Bowl trophy? Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? That's all I got to say.
All right. Okay. DizzieMac. New coach, new GM, new players, same sorry result for the defense. Defend.
Well, new coach, new GM. I'm telling you, they're going to have heartburn. They're going to have indigestion. They're going to get the same tongue lashing that the last set of coaches and GM had. New players. Yeah, you got some new players. You had to pay somebody. They got cashing in on a paycheck. But it's going to be the same sorry defense. I don't care. 3-4, 4-3. Again, like the Big Doug said, he was on it. You see Jared Allen looking around trying to cover it back on a wheel route. somebody's going to make him pay, and they're going to make him pay quickly. Again, 105 yards driving. I mean, they like, hey, people look like, is this Canadian football? He just get set back and keep driving. it was almost like they were saying, oh, okay, well, let's try that. Let's try something else. We got another free play to run it. We're going to gain some more yards after getting set back by penalty. But, I mean, hey, John Fox, the defensive coach, even he was looking bewildered out there, like, what the hell is going on? The defense is the key. And Jay Cutler, just like Ed Banger said, isn't going to help. Because he's going to throw interceptions and put the defense in a bad spot. I mean, when you're driving 30 and 40 yards for touchdowns, you're not going to be able to hold us back. We're going to be able to score. We're going to see Q dancing in the end zone. Ed Banger throwing for touchdowns. Spitface catching passes. And Doug, we're going to make sure we feed you the ball because you're going to run right over them. Because we can tell, we can spawn the Bears defense. The panel right here. And don't let me bring out the secret weapon. First lady, shoot. She's going to be, all pro.
All right, y'all heard the defense, but this is flip it. So we're going to see what our defenders can do when we flip the script on them. Panel defend, new coach, new GM, new players. The monsters of the Midway will be making a comeback. Headbanger defend.
Well, one thing they got going for him is new coach John Fox. This guy wins wherever he goes. He hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, but he's taken two franchises to the title game. And if anybody can get something out of Cutler, it's probably going to be this guy. He plays real good ball control, offense. He plays to his strengths what he's got. He's always got a pretty solid defense. That Super Bowl a couple years notwithstanding. So if it ain't going to happen with him, it's not going to happen.
All right, say Fox, the Fox man, crazy like a fox. All right, Q, new GM, new coach, new players. The monsters of the Midway is making a comeback. Defend.
Monsters of the Midway. Okay, short and sweet. Jay Cutler, $126 million. That's all I got to say.
All right, okay. All right, putting it on Jay Cutler's shoulders. Big Doug, defend.
Well, I think John Fox is going to make a difference. He's a defensive specialist, always has been a defensive back type coach, so I think he is going to at least improve the defense a little bit over time. They have been playing the 4-3 the last couple of years, and like I said, it was the worst 2 years in their history for defense. So switching to 3-4 can't hurt. So, they might not have all the talent they need for it, but it will at least give their folks at least another look at something different. So I think that probably potentially will help. And I think he's going to use Forte a bit more than in the past. He's going to run the ball. He's going to try to control it and at least take some time off the clock so the defense don't have to be on the field all the time. And hopefully Jay Cutler will have his best year ever. And that's the only way probably that defense is really going to improve. But that's what it's going to take, running the ball. Cutler not throwing as many interceptions and, just showing them different things people offenses haven't seen, our defenses haven't seen from the Bears in the past few years, and hopefully have a full people. Hope you can cut that out of there. Sorry, with a full few people and keep them honest on the defense, on the offense.
All right,
I'm full today. I can't talk.
DizzieMac defend.
Well, when you got John Fox, you got to upgrade over Mark Trestman, and you got a defensive coach who knows how to assemble the defense. Again, you weren't going nowhere with Mark Trestman, but down into the toilet, deeper and deeper and deeper. You got now a coach that can win, that knows how to win, that knows how to inspire his players. Instead of just sitting up there looking at a piece of paper on the sideline looking dumb. You got new players. You got players looking at making the defense work, being more agile, coming off the edges, doing more things, not being predictable. You got upgrades at mostly every position through the draft. And you got somebody that's going to look at Jay Cutler and say, what the hell are you doing, son? Sit over there on the bench. He's going to put him down if he's not doing what he's supposed to. Because this man is Coach Peyton Manning. So, yeah, He's going to that's not going to fly. You going to tell me you didn't see the safety over the top? What are you practicing for? What are you looking at film for? Don't tell me that crap. Yeah, he's going to get in his face. He's going to make it happen. He's going to make sure that Forte gets the ball. He's going to take the ball out of Jay Cutler's hands, even if he is making $126 million. Q, the man's going to have to earn his money the old-fashioned way, or he's going to have to be gone. So it's going to be accountability. They're making a comeback. They've been there for years, rocking their pits, putting suckers in fear in the NFC North.
All right, on the other side of the break, we have another performance. We'll see how it turned out from Baked Goods on Shout Out. Please, 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 Freddie, please, with sugar on top. Stay.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
You are listening to Browns Panties and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the pitch and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from Spitface and the panel. Spitface, over to you.
All right, thank you, man. I'm going to tell y'all that, I'm going to tell you this. Jimmy Shakler, there's some fine mama jammers, boy. These girls. And over the years, Dizzy has kind of added and taken away. You know, some of the Jimmy Shakler girls went on to do other things, but he always kind of got like a little recruitment line. And this year's Jimmy Shakler, I'm going to tell you, they're the finest and the smartest women on radio. Yeah. They fine little self, and they smell good, real good too. You know, make an old man's nature rise. Now, we have another performance from Baked Goods. Let's hear this child. DJ, roll it.
Inquisitive eyes stare back through these bits of broken glass. Does he not know all exactly where his life is going yet? And who does he think he is? Well, he is no one. Let's make sure he knows it. Beat him down to the ground. On this mass grave grows bigger now. Oh, well, isn't this us? Oh, well, isn't this sweet? Struggling to keep our heads down and out of scrutiny. Well, I don't care anymore. It's got me more than is not in a sim, but it's probably closer to the truth than us. We're blinded by words, confused over things of all that we can't change. And what about when it's all said and done? With the light dimming out, will you look back on the things you missed out on? Oh, couldn't break the rules, go out and catch the sun. Oh, well, isn't this us? Oh, well, isn't this we? Downtrodden and emptied out and floating out to sea. Well, I don't care anymore. There's got more of this love you can't ignore. The little world outside much bigger than a soul. Life is ringing now, answer the call. Well, can't you feel it? This little bit of love now we've been dancing. I'm gonna take it and make it my own love before I'm gone. Now, if you disagree, well, maybe that's just fine with me. This child just needs some room to breathe, and in time I'll find some harmony.
That was This Child by Baked Goods. We're going to go right away to the panel and see if they got a shout out or was the whole feel of the mute button. And we're going to start it off with Headbanger. Mute button or shout out?
Oh, mute button. This made their last song we played sound like a hit. That's horrible, man. Sorry, guys. Don't quit the day jobs.
Hey. All right, we're going to go with the Q. Are they looking at that cold feel of the mute button or are they getting a shout out?
Hey, man, I'm a little different on this one. This one is like when it first started off, I was kind of straddling the fence like, oh man, here we go again. But then now the song, the music, can't go with that. Can't go with it. But I'm gonna shout it out. I'm gonna shout it out for the lyrics. It's kind of a representation of the South. So you come down here with that nonsense, I'm gonna show you. That's what I got from the lyrics. So that's a shout out for me. Shout out for me. I like that.
All right. The Q gave it a shout out because of the lyrics. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what Big Doug got to say.
Well, I got to mute it again myself. I was hoping for This Child Is Mine from Aerosmith type music, but I got This Child Is scratching that board again, and he's okay a little bit when he's slower, but when he gets fast, I can't handle it. It just drives me nuts. So it's a big time mute button again.
Baked Goods, you're still coming up a little bit undercooked, but DizzieMac, how you feel about Baked Goods?
Man, you know what? Hey, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I think he kind of slowed it down and kind of fit a little bit more into his lane, and I'm gonna give it a yo on that one. Yeah, that was pretty decent.
All right, okay. All right, DizzieMac gives him a yo. I'm gonna give him a yo also. You stayed in your lane, but you need a little work if you're gonna move up to the next. Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. Otherwise, we will send you some job applications that have nothing related to the entertainment industry, but you're going to have to step up your game. That's the end. A shout out if you like what you heard from Baked Goods. Check them out on bakedgoodsofficial.com. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, You can send your emails and tracks to panties@oldguppyradio.com. All right, it's time for the picks and to see who will be our hardball champ. Now, before we get into that, the First Lady did send her picks as well as she sent the results. So let's get to the results. Now, last week, Joe had a minus 200 points. DizzieMac had a minus 400 points. But our big winners was the First Lady and Big Doug. Both of them got 1,100 points. Get out with it, Big Doug. Get out.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. Now the who's leading? We got, okay, here it goes. Now, Lil Al has 400 points. Nenny Krieger, comedian extraordinaire out of H-Town, got 400 points. Art Chu got 300 points. DizzieMac, 800 points. But DizzieMac, Big Doug got 1,100 points. And the First Lady got 2,000 points. But leading the pack is Joe minus Mine Miller with 2,300 points. Go Joe! Go Joe! But we got some new players this week. We got Big Doug. Well, we got Big Doug, but we got the Q and the Headbanger. So we're going to see who's going to be the hardball champ. So let's get on with the picks. All right, at the end of our week, so that our week ends on Friday. So the end of the week, Friday, Cleveland will overtake the White Sox. 200 points for the correct, 300 for the incorrect. Big Doug.
Well, I'm going to stick with the White Sox. Both of the teams basically are 4-6 the past 10 games. So I think they'll maybe go back and forth, but I'll give the White Sox the edge because Cleveland is Cleveland.
All right, so Cleveland will not overtake the White Sox. Okay. DizzieMac.
No. Cleveland will not overtake the White Sox.
All right, that was a strong no. Headbanger. Cleveland will overtake the White Sox.
No, White Sox. It's horrible this year. White Sox aren't much better.
The Q. The Q. Cleveland will overtake the White Sox.
Undertake. I'm going to go with the White Sox on that one, man.
All right. Okay. Pickings for Joe Midas mine. The White Sox will slip and Cleveland will overtake them. All right, let's move over to the next one. Oakland will overtake Seattle. Let's start out with the Headbanger.
I'm going to say no. Seattle's going to hold them off.
Big Doug.
Well, until last night, 15-1 smashing by the Red Sox. The Mariners were 7-3 in their last 10 games. Oakland's 4-6 and struggling a bit after they've lost 4 straight. So I think the Mariners will safely hold that 3.5 game lead.
DizzieMac.
Oakland will not overtake Seattle. C-Town.
The Q.
Yeah, man, I don't see it happening, man. I think Seattle's gonna take this one. About 3-1, 4-2, something like that.
All right, okay, Seattle. And Joe Midas mine is going with no. Seattle will stay ahead of Oakland. All right, here come our next one. All right, 500 point minus on the line. The Cubs, the lovable Cubbies, will sneak past them Pirates. So we're going to start out with the Q.
Yeah, this one I'm kind of edgy on. I didn't really want to take them, but I think it's going to be a nice little roll for them to go ahead and get a nice little victory finally. So I'm going to go with the Cubs on that one. I don't think the Pirates will pull it
The
off.
Q is going with the Cubbies. Headbanger.
Actually, I like the Cubbies on this one, man. They're surging. Pittsburgh's not exactly playing bad baseball right now. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Cubs are 9-1, man. They just look like they're ready to start making a little charge up. Still one of those card spots, I think. Yeah, everything's kind of starting to click for those guys.
All right. Okay. Headbanger know his baseball. Baseball been very good to the headbanger.
Yes, sir. This year.
But Big Doug.
Yeah, got to go the same way. Cubbies are 9-1 to 1-8 straight. Pirates, like you said, playing still pretty good baseball, but I think if the Cubs can't keep playing at this level, they're going to lose a few coming up soon. But I think they got enough steam going; they can get past the Pirates and take them this week.
Now, DizzieMac.
Daytime baseball is back, baby. The Cubs, I'm telling you. Daytime, you gotta love it. Wrigley Field, daytime baseball. They are going to not just sneak past Pittsburgh. They're gonna roll over Pittsburgh.
Hoop, there it is. All right, for Joe, the Cubbies will sneak past Pittsburgh. Now the Brewers will overtake Cincinnati. Let's start out with the headbanger. The Brewers will overtake Cincinnati.
Brewers aren't overtaking anything. I mean, they're horrible this year. They're 3.5 games back to the Reds right now. I don't see that, and the Reds ain't exactly spanking cover off the ball, but I'll take them.
You say Cincinnati, no. All right, the Q.
Yeah, man, this one. Hey, man, I'm not. Even though it rhymes with bruisers, not going well. I'm going to go with Cincinnati on that one, man. It's not happening to me.
DizzieMac. The Brewers overtake Cincinnati.
Man, the Brewers can't even overtake the Kielbasa, the Bratwurst, in the race. They can't even beat them in the race. I'm telling you, around the field. They always slide into their own suds, crash into the suds. No, they will not overtake Cincinnati. Not at all.
Big Doug. No love for the Brewers.
Yeah, they have won 3 in a row, and the Reds have lost 4 in a row, but it's still 3.5 games, and I don't think Milwaukee's going to keep that pace going, and the Reds have got to win a few during the week, so I'm going to say they're going to hold on to that 3.5 game lead, and Milwaukee's going to falter and play under 500 this week, so I don't see it. Go with the Reds.
All right. Okay, and Joe concurs. Milwaukee ain't overtaking nothing, but they shadow. All right. Now, before we go, it is time to find out what we missed this week. DizzieMac, what did you miss this week?
Man, I missed Marcus Mariota's debut. It wasn't a good one. 2 quick turnovers, and then he got the hook.
He got the hook. All right. Okay. Big Doug, what did you miss this week?
I didn't see this one coming. Anderson Silva getting a year ban for improper substances he's putting in his body, and I don't think he wants to come back because one of them was to improve his sexual enhancement. So I don't think he wants to come back and take on Nick Diaz again in the ring and let Nick go after him for that. But you need help with your sexual prowess out there. So that one I never saw coming. Really like Anderson Silva. And this is too much.
All right. Okay. All right. And Headbanger, what did you miss this week?
Well, none of us so much what I missed. I want to see if y'all missed something, man. Did y'all see old Iron Mike Ditka saying that Antoinette was going to be out of a job? He was done in the NFL. It's all over, and that guy had a contract with the Bills before he even had his locker cleared out. I don't understand why anybody still listens to that guy.
I wish I would have saw it. No, actually, Headbanger, I don't listen to that guy. I don't wish I had saw it.
The bloom is off the rose, Mike. It's time to go do something else.
Oh yeah, that bloom went a long time ago. The Q, what did you miss this week?
Boom.
Yeah, man. This week, baseball news, man. Torey Lovullo, he's about to take over managing spot for the Red Sox for the rest of the year. John Farrell, he's been diagnosed with stage 1 lymphoma, so he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. That's something I didn't expect coming.
Red Sox.
All right, so that I missed Hard Knocks. And I'm proud of it. All right, y'all, this is Spitface. You've been listening to our panel, which included the Headbanger, Big Doug, the Q, DizzieMac, and the First Lady will be back next week. You have been listening to Bras, Panties, and